If you're starting multiple businesses or side hustles, you might be wondering, do you need more than one LLC? Or can you run everything under a single LLC? This is a question that a lot of new business owners ask, and the answer depends on a couple key factors. So in this video, we're going to break it all down for you. We're going to cover when you should use one LLC for multiple businesses, when you should create separate LLCs, how to structure multiple businesses the right way to protect yourself legally and financially, and common mistakes to avoid when setting up your LLC. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to set up your businesses the smart way, avoid legal headache, and minimize your risk. So guys, be sure to stick around to the end of the video today because you're not going to want to miss anything that we have for you. Trust me, it's going to answer a lot of the questions for you and save you a lot of headache down the line. So let's get right into it. First, let's talk about why an LLC is important. An LLC, or a limited liability company, protects your personal assets from your business assets. If your business gets sued, your personal bank account, home, car, and anything else that are in your personal name are going to be protected. But here's the mistake that most people make. A lot of people, and rightfully so, there are some cases where this could work. They start their business as a sole proprietor and run everything through their personal social security number. Now, there are some reasons to do this that we'll talk about a little bit later, but in most cases, this is a really big risk because as a sole proprietor, you are the business. If someone sues your business, then they're going to be suing you personally. And that means that they can come after all of your personal assets like your car, your bank account, your home, and anything else. So for example, let's say you're a personal trainer and one of your clients gets injured while working out with you. If you don't have an LLC and you're just operating as a sole proprietor, they can sue you, and anything that you personally own can potentially be on the line. This is why an LLC is the first step to running a serious business. It's going to keep your business separate from your personal assets, which means your personal assets will be protected in the unfortunate case that something goes wrong. So if you haven't already set up an LLC and you're running a business currently, stick around to the end of the video because we're going to tell you about one of our favorite LLC formation companies where you can get your LLC set up in just a few minutes. Now, there are certain cases where you want to remain a sole proprietor instead of forming an LLC, but we won't go too into depth about that in this video today. Fortunately, we have another video on this channel where we talk about switching from a sole proprietorship to an LLC, and we'll be sure to link that video down below in the description so you can check it out. All right, now let's talk about multiple businesses. So if you're starting multiple ventures, let's say an online store, a side hustle, and a coaching business, do you need a separate LLC for each business? That is the question. And of course, the short answer is it depends. Let's first go over when it makes sense to keep everything under one LLC, and then we'll go over when it makes sense to separate them into different LLCs. First, if your businesses are similar, for example, a personal trainer who also sells supplements and maybe diet plans, you can actually keep everything under one LLC and then set up DBAs, or doing business as, to keep the branding separate if you wish. A doing business as, or DBA, is just a way to operate under a different business name without having multiple LLCs. For example, with this personal trainer example, let's say you start Charlie Fitness LLC, but you want to sell nutrition products under a separate name. You can file a DBA and call it Charlie Nutrition. This allows you to accept payments under a different business name without having to form multiple LLCs. There are two major reasons why you should separate businesses into different LLCs. First, if your business reaches 6 figures. Once your business starts making significant money, it's smart to give it its own LLC. This helps with taxes, liability protection, and overall business management. For example, let's say you start an e-commerce store and a coaching business under the same LLC. Let's say your e-commerce business starts to take off and do really well, and it makes $100,000 per year. At that point, it's probably time to separate your e-commerce business from your coaching business, so your coaching business isn't affected by any of the risk of your e-commerce business. The second reason is if your business has a high level of risk or liability. So let's say you own a bakery and an online coaching business. If someone gets food poisoning from your bakery, they could sue your business. And if both businesses are under the same LLC, the lawsuit could affect your online coaching business too. So to avoid this, you should keep high risk businesses separate from low risk businesses. One common mistake that people make is setting up a holding company that owns multiple LLCs. Here's why that can be a problem. If your holding company owns all of your businesses and one of them gets sued, the lawsuit could impact every business under the holding company. Instead, a smarter way to structure businesses is by using a management company. Instead of a holding company owning your LLCs, your management company works with them through contracts. Here's how it works. Instead of one parent company owning multiple businesses, your management company provides administrative services to your LLCs. Each business pays a management fee to the management company, but legally they stay separate. This way, if something happens to one business, the others are going to be protected. Now, just a disclaimer here, this is not tax advice. This is just for informational purposes only. So really you need to do the work and consult your professional professional attorney or accountant to make sure that this is right for your specific situation. Let's now talk about a real life example of why structuring matters. Let's say a guy named Charlie starts a business with a business partner. Now the businesses start to do well, but he never checked the legal paperwork. He assumed he was a 50-50 owner, but his name wasn't on any of the legal documentation. One day, his business partner unfortunately passes away, and Charlie found out he had no legal claim to any of the businesses. Everything went into probate, which just means that the court has to decide what to do with it, and Charlie has to raise the money just to buy back the businesses that he thought he owned. This is a perfect example of why you need to set up everything correctly from the beginning. So if you're running multiple businesses, here's what you need to do next. First, if you're a sole proprietor, you need to get an LLC today. Even if you're just getting started out and you're in somewhat of a high-risk business, do not wait until it's too late to switch over. Now, like we said, there are some exceptions. Go ahead and watch that switching from a sole proprietorship to an LLC video that we'll have linked down below in the description for those exceptions. Second, if your businesses are similar and don't have high risk, just use DBAs under one LLC to simplify everything. Third, if one business reaches 6 figures or has high liability, separate it into its own LLC. Fourth, avoid holding companies that own multiple businesses. Instead, use a management company to keep your businesses legally separate but financially streamlined. All right, guys, now that we've gone through everything that you need to know about needing more than one LLC for multiple businesses, we'll briefly just touch on one of the LLC formation companies that we really like. We'll leave a link down below in the description to Northwest Registered Agent with our exclusive link down below in the description. For our viewers only, we have a $39 formation package with Northwest Registered Agent. That's going to get you a free year of registered agent service, which is a value of anywhere between $99 to $300 to $400 per year. And they're going to do all the filing of your LLC for you. If you don't have an LLC, be sure to check them out. Like we said, we're going to leave them linked down below in the description. Get your LLC set up today because you don't want your personal assets being at risk in the unfortunate case that you were ever sued. All the resources that we talked about in today's video, guys, are going to be down below in the description. That link to Northwest Registered Agent, as well as some of the other videos that we talked about that we've previously made on the channel. Guys, if you do choose to use our link to Northwest Registered Agent, we do get a small referral fee at no additional cost to you. This really helps us keep creating free videos like this for you. So thank you so much in advance for helping us out there. Guys, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this in the future. And lastly, guys, this channel is dedicated to providing new and existing business owners everything that you need to know related to LLCs. We review the best products, tools, and platforms out there to help you set up, manage, and optimize your LLC. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We wish you the best, and we will see you again in the next video.